Hi, welcome. This is Victor. So welcome to my video again, and today we are continuing with our summit climb. So in our last video we started from floor 51 and we ended at floor 60. So basically in each video I want to play through 10 floors. So I'll be continuing the summit game with the setting of difficulty set as hard, and also the directives. I'm using the three directives that I mentioned before. I haven't changed anything. I'll keep using these three directives, and and this time we are going to start from floor 61, continue from last video. The gear set is exactly the same. I use Scorpio as my primary weapon, which is a shotgun, exotic, and the Baker dozen as my secondary weapon, with like a typical sidearm as well. The skill is going still to be the deflective shield and stinger hive using the Hunter's Fury. So actually yesterday the game updated, has a new update, and I don't know whether it's the update or it's just like the time has arrived. That is, the new season has started. It's called the Shadow Tide, and but apparently what happens is that the name are actually very familiar. Like the names, so each of the season usually starts with some enemies that I'm gonna hunt down, so a manhunt mission. But what happens is that the names are very similar to what I noticed last time, or a few times ago. I think it's called Neptune, Mercury, things like that. So, where's my ventilating system? I have no idea what I'm doing. Sorry, I've been talking to her. Should I? I think I'm dying, but I don't know why. Huh, interesting. So I shouldn't be so distracted. But anyway, so basically what I was trying to say is there's a new season coming up. I'm not sure when I'm going to play it, because I do want to finish the summit first. So we'll see how it goes. Anyhow, so sorry about that. I didn't expect that I'll be dying so soon. Poisoned or intoxicated or whatnot. So secure the area. This time I'm gonna be a little bit more careful. I'm not quite sure what's happening, to be honest. Secure the area. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened in the the last one. I suppose like because as I said earlier in the previous video, the summit actually randomly generated of each floor every time you play. It's procedurally generated, so I won't be seeing the exact same thing every time I play it. I think even if I continue same floor, I will not see the same thing. Anyway, but what happened is I think there's like a each of these each of the floor, there's usually something I need to do, like capture something or destroy something, and the simplest is of course clear the floor. So I'm not sure what happened in the previous one. There's like some toxic thing I need to fix or something. I don't recall actually playing that kind of level before. Maybe they add something new since the last update, which could very well be the case. So I guess I just need to figure out that. So the one that I just destroyed, the armor on kill, is a kind of add-on or gear to the gears that I have. And but the number as used is actually a very useful add-on. The issue is that if you remember the level it has is actually not that great. It's like only halfway. Like it only gives you like 12,000 armor when I have one kill. So it's actually not that good. I have something that is better than that already in my gear set. So there's no need for me to replace it. So it's gonna destroy it. That's why. Okay. So let's see if there's anything to pick up here. Nothing really. So moving on. So yeah, I suspect that there might be something new in the submit that I need to do. Maybe there's a new kind of mission that I need to, get done. So we'll figure it out later on. So sometimes you have to actually open a lock like this. So you go into this little room that looks like the room that I just went in the lower floor, but there was nothing there. But sometimes you just need to pay attention to if there's a lock. If there's a lock, you can actually open it, and there's a little area that you can get some loot. Moving on, that looks like a EMP jam.
Active terminal detected.
Means I need to
system malfunctioning.
Show something. This is kind of interesting.
System reactivated. System disrupted.
Alright, so while I'm waiting, maybe I'll just
system restored. System malfunctioning.
Oops. I guess I need to fix something first. So it means that the EMP jammer basically means that I can't use any skills, which is okay for now. It's going to be very helpful with my skills, starting, but well,
system malfunctioning.
So we'll just wait.
System restored.
Okay. So now I can use the
system reactivated.
Oh, I shouldn't actually reload, but it's okay. Alright, let's keep running, find our last enemy somewhere here, which is a sniper, I think.
You ready to die? I'll make you bleed.
Oh, come on, I'm just gonna melee. There we go. Okay, so for those of you who have joined, watched my stream, welcome, and I'm just going to continue what I've been doing. I'm trying to whip the floor, 10 floor at a time in the submit mission. So I'm at floor 62. Today I'm going to try to finish floors 61 to 70, so that's the plan for the day. Typically, like, I can finish it in, say, an hour or so, so I want to keep that. I don't want to spend too much of time on finishing that, so I'll see what I can do. Okay, so there's one person over there. I'll just let them do their job. I guess at some point I need to climb up, but before that, I'm gonna got some stuff.
Stay there, I'm gonna kill you.
Some more enemies coming up. Again, welcome to my stream. Unfortunately, I don't actually I don't actually have a way to look at the comments easily. So if you make a comment, I'll go get back to it at some point. But sorry that I missed what you have typed in. That if you want to tell me something, sorry about that. This one, I need to capture that.
Tag detected.
I can just do this. Get in here, just to capture it while as well staying in the area.
Assault turret detected.
So, someone here. Okay, so this one is captured. Then next thing is to secure the area. Oops. So we capture a little bit, can't leave the area just yet. Alright, so there's one over there, probably using a control car or something. It's interesting that now, since all the SHD stuff is actually helping me out, all this explosion that is actually generated on a fire doesn't actually hurt me at all. It's kind of like unreal. If you think about it, it's like fire, it's just fire, right? So something that's worth noticing, which is great. I mean, it's actually something I wouldn't mind having, because like it will be very troublesome if it's not helping me and it's trying to help me, but actually it's going to damage my armor as well. So get that there. They have that covered. Right, pick up some ammo. Moving on up. So if you notice, there's this yellow thing here. If you missed that last time, it's an access key. So it's only available in the summit, and you only can use those keys in the summit. There will be some caches every, say, 3 to 4 levels, and you need those keys to open them. They tend to give you more loots, slightly better, but you have to do that. Get these keys like scattered around the area. It's kind of randomly generated. You just have to pay attention to them. So sometimes I will miss it, sometimes I don't. So it doesn't really matter. From my experience, since I'm just playing the hard mode, it doesn't really give me a lot of like really good loot. So I'm not actually missing a lot of stuff. Went too close. It's alright. So disoriented a little bit. So I think gaming-wise, what it is actually doing is just simply kind of like do a very different mapping to my controller input. So like say if I want to go left and then go right, goes right. If I go forward and it becomes like backward, you know, stuff like that, to create this confused behavior. So there's a lot of things to happen like between, you know, the input and the actual action that is carried out in the game. That increases the difficulty of the game and creates some sort of interesting effects. So it's something worth you know, noticing and appreciate what they do. So I have 5. I can still use this one. I should actually throw a grenade or something as well. What I think I should do is actually I should run closer to the enemies to maximize the effect of my shotgun. The range is pretty limited, but when you are close, you can one-shot those red enemies like pretty easily. Like for the purple ones, it might take a few more, but the one with armor, one thing I should do is I actually use the break their weak point first. I think that's actually going to be more helpful and useful. Oh, a few more on the top. Let's wait for them to come down, maybe. Yep. So you see, it takes about 3 rounds to finish them. But if I'm close enough, I can actually one-shot them. So I may find some too. There's one enemy, maybe I'll try something else. I think they're upstairs, that's why. Oh, they're down. Alright, done. Yeah, it looks like I have a lot of those like special ammo, so I might as well use them, right? So get a season level up. I think right now I'm in a season, so Shadow Tide or something, just something I might want to do at some point, but I want to finish the floors first. or the summit first. So keep doing that, but I'm also like enjoying the I think right now the season allows me to double my experience gain, so I will level up slightly better. So when you go into a room like this, like from time to time in a certain floor, you will see something like this. It's a really big room locked by padlock that you can shoot. Inside you will see a submit cache, which, as I said, will have more loots. Sometimes better, sometimes not that great. Since I'm just playing hard mode, it doesn't really do much in terms of like the loot stuff. So typically you will see me just destroy everything because I don't really need those and I need the space. But another thing you should pay attention is that look for this little box. So if you play Division long enough, you know that these are the boxes that gives you extra keys that allows you to open fraction key. They are fraction keys essentially. So in different areas of the game, so you see at the lower left, you set outcast key. So there are several fractions in Division. One of those fractions is called outcasts, and if you play a certain mission that has outcasts in it, sometimes there's some specific locations they have a little box. Basically, is a fraction cache, and you will have better loots over there. Sometimes if you are trying to build a particular exotic weapon, say the cheddar box, you actually need to open a lot of those cache boxes specifically from the hyenas fraction. You can only get those like components to create a chatterbox exotic SMG through opening those fraction box. So those keys are actually very useful. In some of the projects, you might even need to donate those keys. So one of those I have done before. Fortunately, I have a lot of keys by you can get those keys like from opening those boxes, fuse boxes or key boxes in the tunnels in Summit. Sometimes you can also get that from killing bounty, like linked enemies through bounties. So these are the ways that you can get the keys. There is a sniper, whatever. Just be a little bit more careful. Oh, I think so. I think I've seen it. See the light. See the light. Here it comes. Target in range. Yeah, you are in range too. Alright, cool. Oh, did not see you there. More over here to frank them. See, one shot done. So it's really useful weapon when you are close enough. I was too close to the explosion. There we go. So I should actually choose an accent challenge since I finished some. Let's just pick one. So I'm still working on the tactical one. So I'm not there yet. I don't want to use this one. Great Boss with release. I don't have a lot of directives on, so I think I'm just gonna give it this way. I'm not gonna start another directive, so just leave it be. I'll just dismiss it. Okay, so since I used up my cache key or access key for the summit, I'm just gonna pay a little bit of attention on like the next keys because I can only open those caches using those keys. The truth is I don't really mind. If I miss it, it doesn't matter because, as I said, it doesn't really have a good loot when I'm using the medium difficulty. Let's use this. So I think it's helping. It should be helping, isn't it? Only 50%, that's why.
Rogue incinerator
fire. It's fun. Let's just run over here.
Backup request. Rogue striker drone detected.
So we are like 25%, okay. think it's just a matter of like how many people are in the zone and they're wheeling over, because there's more people. It's neutral. There's like one enemy and one agent at least. 65%. Just getting there. One down. Alright. Okay, so I'm just gonna secure the area. I think I'm pretty good in terms of capturing. Done. Got some stuff on our way. So let's see if there's anything useful here. Nope, no lock, no nothing. There's a lock. I think there's something running towards me. There we go. It's like those little goblins or hoarders. It's not bad. Like this is quite nice, but again, I'm looking for something that actually can max out at least 2 or 1 of those categories or attributes. So not very keen on keeping any of those, and by destroying those I get some components that allows me to optimize the weapons that I have. So if I don't need it, it's better for me to just like destroy it to get the components. Pick up more ammos. So you'll notice that in some corners it's actually really dark. Like let's say this one, right? There are some times that when you go like very further in, you can't see a thing. So I think that's actually something that happens like from an earlier on version of a Division already. So there was when Division 2 first was announced, there was a lot of complaint about the lighting. So in general, the lighting is actually quite nice. Like it's quite nice done with atmospheric lighting and stuff like that. But there are some spots that you just really have no lighting at all, and you can't even see where you're going. And a lot of people were complaining about it. One of the so-called hacks that people has come up with is there's a particular item that you can add to the weapon that allows you, which is basically a flashlight. So normally you can have something that is more useful in terms of add-on, say increase the critical damage or critical hit chance or stability, some sort of attributes that will give you a competitive edge. But then there's a particular add-on to your weapon. I think it's only for sidearms that actually lets you. It's basically a flashlight. So it doesn't add anything to your gameplay in your to the your ability of the game. Sorry, of your character. It doesn't make your character's weapon any stronger, but it finally lets you actually shine some light onto a dark corner. So it's kind of like a hacky way for people to actually find their way in or out. Later on, Division, Ubisoft, they fixed that by having a little bit better lighting algorithm over there. So they fix a little, but they don't fix everything apparently. So there are sometimes you go into like a really dark corner and you just don't know where to go. Anyway, so as we can see, we just find a submit SS key, just randomly dropped here, waiting for us to pick up. It's very easy to kind of miss, but sometimes you just need to pay attention. Right, so moving on to the next area. Alright. Oh, so it's hacked. I don't know why it's actually can be hacked. Interesting. Or somehow it's helping me, but in the end I'm gonna. Oh, it's really finished already. So I don't wanna down yet. So I'm gonna stay on the higher ground. So this sidearm has a very unique talent. That is, there's a chance that if it kills an enemy, um, it would actually restart or refill the entire magazine. There's only a chance, it doesn't always like that. Otherwise, I mean, I have unlimited ammo basically. So, but you know, once in a while, if I use the sidearm to kill the enemy, I get instant refill of the sidearm, which is quite nice, and it's a nice surprise and welcome surprise as well. But it doesn't happen all the time, so I'll do that sometimes, but not always. So there's something for me to pick up over here in this corner. Nope. So sometimes it's nothing. Okay, so weapons good. Moving on. So from what I understand, every floor there will only be one of those like corner with like a locked door that you might have some loots. So if you see one, there's really no point to look for another one. That's my general understanding. See, I was trying to use the skill, but I can't because I'm on a directive. So the only way to refill or cool down my skill is to pick up those little green tokens. So a few. I think what happens is if I get the weak point, I get a special drop as well. Sometimes I might do that, sometimes I won't. It depends really on how accurate I am. So let's find that weak point. So there's a drop. I think if I kill them, I have one extra drop. So maybe that's maybe it does not. I'm not sure. So of course, some enemies don't have the weak point to shoot, so I might not have that. More those like review of the cooldown thing once you hit their weak points. So most of the weak points are located at the waist area. Maybe it's explosive pack for the bombers. Maybe it is the for those like ensnare people with like they shoot foam that can immobilize the character. You shoot that, it explodes, and then immobilizes them. I think it's kind of interesting. This effect on them as well. And of course, as you saw, also the
give you supporting fire.
And also the flame thrower, the supply of the fuel, also is being a big point that can very be strategically utilized. So the ammo pack, you see that? It's close to them, and one more drop. You know what? Oh, I should drop this just to help me out a little bit. Alright. Maybe you can try the
Rogue glider firefly detected.
So it's actually quite useful. It took me the entire canister or magazine to finish the. Well, it's a named enemy or lieutenant, so I guess that's why. Pick this thing up. Pick up some ammo. So I think I'm close to another level up, so we'll see that in just a bit. But before that, there is an area. So you see a bigger area like this, that means there's a cache over there. So as you can see, it's right in front of us, but usually I'll just go around. There are other things to pick up like titanium and steel, and also the key box with a key. This time is a hyena's key. It's random, I believe. So there's also some components I can pick up over here, a few more, and a catch box. So more items, 6 of them in total. Not super useful, so I'm just gonna get some extra components for optimization and whatnot. Alright, so that's that. Moving on. I think we're pretty much done in this floor. So where are we? We are at 66th floor, so there are 4 more floors to go. Oops, so I came from here, turning here, moving on to the next one. So moving up, I'm already noticing the enemies are slightly stronger than the last 10 floors, which is expected.
Rogue striker drone detected.
But not something that is too overwhelming. So as you can see here, this is the first time in this video that we have striker drone, and I keep saying that the best approach to fight against striker drone is to use a deflected shield, and you
Drone detected.
see why. You see why it's actually super handy to have a deflector drone to block, not only block the bullets, but also shoot back using their own bullets. So if my lower body, if my character's lower body is also blocked by a barrier like a desk or something, it's going to be very helpful. So I picked this skill up from watching another YouTuber playing the game, and they were talking about how useful it is to have a deflector shield when playing, especially in the summit, when there are tons of like striker drones like surrounding you, like now. So let me do this first. So it's going to help, except those that are not having the what's that thing? Okay, cool. So is that there's one over there.
Accessed.
Cool. I think we're good. Pick a few these items up. Another way to kind of like handle those striker drones is to throw a stinger hive, which will target those drones as well. So it's kind of like helpful because if they are like, if I'm surrounded by a lot of drones, then of course it's going to be overwhelming. So having a stinger hive to help me to finish them is also going to be very helpful. All right, so moving on.
EMP jammer detected.
Oh, these guys. So these EMP jammer is quite a pickle. So basically, if you are in the range, which is a huge range by the way, then it can basically, in one shot, they can destroy your armor, and the next shot they will destroy you. So I had a hard time actually figuring out how to deal with that, because by the time I run towards here, I'm already done, right? I can't even reach there, and then if I'm out of range, you see that little white regional thing. I have to be in that area first, because otherwise it's invincible. So what I learned from watching some YouTube videos is that if you're hiding behind, a barrier, something like that, then the EMP signal won't hit you. So this is how you strategically move closer and closer to it without getting killed in the process. So, but in some rare occasion that because the region or the layout is randomly generated, you might not be able to go into an area to capture it while hiding behind a barrier. So that could be difficult, but like usually if you can last for one EMP immersion, then you should be able to finish it. Wait until you capture it. Alright, so there's a little room and there's nothing there. Alright, oh. Okay, nothing here. Moving on. Floor 68. So the area here is locked, so that means that something is behind the door. Not bad. This talent, by the way, the Bloodsucker, is actually really helpful. Like, I've been using that for a long time, because like every time you kill an enemy, you get some extra bonus armor. And at one point, if you kill a lot of enemies, you basically had a lot of like extra armor on you. But I'm going to destroy it. It's not very useful. But right now I'm having a Hunter's Fury, and what Hunter's Fury is doing is that when I kill an enemy, I have armor on kill like 20%, so it's going to do roughly the same thing when I kill an enemy, so there's no need for that for that talent anymore. Well, of course, like the trade-off is that there's this one talent on one gear I can use. I have to have 4 gears here
terminal detected.
In order to use that armor on kill 20%. So that's the trade-off, but I think it's actually quite a reasonable trade-off, I would say. So that one is captured. Let's move on to the next one. I think helpful here. So one thing also is that you see this guy that I just finished. So he set up a turret, right? If I killed him but without destroying the turret will come loose. It will just randomly shoot things, including other enemies. So usually it's going to be very helpful when you don't destroy that turret and then make it kind of like your own.
Accessed.
Alright. So where are you? Over here. Oh, done. Alright, so yep, I'm not gonna use any accent challenge here, so let's just move on. Did I miss anything? I probably haven't. Nope, all good. Oh, there's another key over there, which is useful. Let's pick up the key while we're running. Did not mean to reload as well, but that's what it is. Okay, so going this way. Is that where I came from? I don't know. Yeah, I think so too. So let's go back. Alright, so moving on. So with key, it means that there's a catch somewhere. I'm not sure where we'll find it, or we might just pass by it accidentally, so it doesn't really matter.
I need to change mags.
Okay.
Up on us.
What's that? I think that might be the exit. See, one shot done if I'm close enough, so. Why I keep running around, because so let's try the let's try the weak point. So this is the weak point that immobilizes them as well. It's handy. If there are other enemies around, they will also be immobilized. So I think it's pretty accurate in terms of effect and fair in some way. next floor, which is 2 more floors until we reach the boss of the 10th level. Okay. Oh, good. Still haven't seen the. Oh, maybe it's over here. Let's take a look. Probably not. I think it's too early to see the cache, but yeah. Okay, and some components. Of a solder. I'm not sure if anyone have tried that before, just heating the solder machine and then actually having something popping up. I'm not sure if it's actually a thing.
No! Damn it!
Okay. Also, I believe that some of the wallpapers or some of the settings actually is created based on the Ubisoft headquarters. Maybe they have a donut shack over here. In their office, which will be interesting. Alright, so hostile lieutenant usually is the second last floor, or the 9th floor of the 10th floor sweep. So we are approaching that. Long range weapon. Weakness, weak points done.
High risk hostile.
Slow thing to throw them off a little bit. The sniper. One up there as well. Focus on the sniper first. Sniper's done. Sniper's done. There's a frag grenade coming up. Oh, that's a toxic grenade. Oh, you're that close, huh? Let's shock you first. Okay, done. Now, there's one up, I think. There we go. Since you're close, let's set you on fire then. We have something extra. Cool, let's see what they have here. I don't get this one. I also don't get this one. Let's pick up something. Cool. While we're here, let's pick a few tokens up and maybe the special ammo as well. So let's just take a quick look. Miss anything yet? Oh, there is a lock there, and there's a bigger room. That means that there is a cache over there, and hopefully there is also a random fraction key that I can pick. So I think the sun has just risen, so that's why we see a sudden blurb of light. So as expected, there is a key box. And now we have another hyena's key. So again, I think it's random. So we get that. So in the cache we have another 6 items, and they're not extremely useful, which is fine. Did not expect that, but you know, sometimes get something cool. So anyway, we are going to the boss floor right now. Alright, let's get rid of these. Reminder. pick up maybe a soldier. Did I pick up something? No. Interesting. Anyway, so 2 hostile lieutenants. So there are 2 lieutenants, trainers. I think it's actually indeed harder than before, which hopefully shouldn't be an issue. But we'll see. Let's pick some random things up, like nothing as is. Procedurally generated, huh? Alright, so let's fight this war. Secure the area. Slow one of these guys. Yeah, just confuse that a little bit.
What? Just help pull it!
High-risk target approaching.
Okay. There's one up there. That's not good.
Explosive trap detected.
Oh, one of those things. So I'm gonna be careful. So there are different kind of traps, if I remember correctly. One of them is explosive traps, as you see. The other one is the shock trap. So what it does is it basically immobilizes you, not because of this one. Oops. One down, this one, because they have special armor. Sorry, ammo for that. So, let's use that too, it's fine. Stun. I think there's another trap thingy. Oh, it's time to run. Okay, so let's move here. Just use a ranged weapon while we still at the range. Throw another grenade over there. Alright, so one done, but I think there's more. While they are still resembling, I'm gonna pick up a few things. See one over there. Okay. Shooting. That's actually not explosive. Okay. So there's one, I think, up there. So I don't think I can climb. Oh, I can climb this up. Okay, I'll climb that. Can I? I don't think I can climb because there's no yellow top. So as I learned, the way to tell where you can climb is look for a yellow top. Since there's no yellow top there, it means that I can't climb up over there. Maybe I can climb up somewhere else. So let's take a look. Okay. Another target, so I'm gonna do this. I don't think I can actually climb just yet. Is it a... Oh, I think it's a whatever trap. Shock trap or... Not quite sure. Let's run around. Destroy it. Let's finish the non-named enemy first. Since it's one-on-one, why don't we just try this? Is it doing anything at all? Oh, it might. Okay, well, let's keep using it then. Aha, there we go. So I think there might be more enemies coming up. But we'll just get rid of these guys. Can I use the fire like here? actually find a way up. So how do I find a way up? Is there a stair? I don't think so. That means I need to climb. Oh, there we go. So this is a 2-level thing. There's a yellow top, so this is where I should be going. I hope they are connected, and I think they do. They are. Pick something up and run around. Since the weapon that I have here is pretty short range.
Wait that bitch!
Okay. Did I do that? Oh, I'm okay. Well, that's fine. So range weapon here. There we go. One more down. Okay. So I think we are good. Pick up a few special ammo, which we probably won't be using. And gain another level, which is nice. Alright, so we're going to take the elevator and go up and hit the save point. Or make sure that we have the save point done, and then we'll call it for today or for this video. So just take a final look if I'm missing a cache. Sometimes I will see a cache here, sometimes I don't. Well, apparently this is not the time. Whoa. So we'll say continue, go up, and then once we hit floor 71, and we will end this session or this live stream. Alright, so we're here, and we are going to probably stop this. But before that, do my signature move. And yeah, so once again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy watching me, clearing floors one by one, and as much as I enjoy playing this game. I'm excited about the new season, but I think the season is actually repeating itself because the names are kind of like familiar, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, before I start the season thing again, I probably will try to finish the summit beforehand. So stay tuned with more summit floor sweeping in our next upcoming video. Once again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.